Hello, welcome to the Breakdowns. I'm Andrew Nimmer, and in today's episode, we're going to be working out this step. Fun times with the paddle and roll. So we've got paddle and roll progression, essentially two variations on the roll, and then a little break that gets us back to switching sides. All right. So first things first, paddle and roll, big brush step heel, 4-note pattern. We start in this iteration of it, in this variation of it, on the heel drop. We just need 8 of them. So 2 bars worth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Starting on the heel drop, so that means we end 4 E and up with the heel up. 1. Do that again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 7, 9. Cool. And we can let's just slow it down a little bit because the rest of it we're not gonna get to that tempo until later on. 1, 2, 3. Let's hear. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's your first chunk. 16th note roll, everything, no subdivision changes here. But we are going to be pulling out the heel drops for the duration of our thing. So let's try that paddle and roll one more time with some emphasis on the heel drop. Cool. That way the low note can live a little bit. All right, so we're there. Oh, not really. But the next variation adds an opposite heel and flips back. So just some extra heels. Instead of, we're gonna go 1 E and a 2 and a 3, 4 E and a. So 1 bar of doom doom. Start with that left heel. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a heel, heel, heel. Heel, heel, heel. Heel, 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 heel. Yeah. Just get to that dig. That dig is going to kind of be the start of all the stuff that happens on the second bar, which is going to be a little bit of a whirlwind, but we're going to get to it. Back to that left heel, extra heel paddle and roll variation. Do, do, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heel, heel, heel. Heel, heel, heel. Heel, heel, heel. And yep. One more time. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 is on its way. Let's put the first 2 together. So you got 2 bars worth of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now the extra heels. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 E and up. Do that again. For the extra heels, I'm leaning the dynamics. I'm leaning the accents to the side that does 2 heels. So instead of going, I'm trying to get, all right? So as you work this out, you know, the natural progression for accents is everything normal, everything the same. Oh, sorry. Right? And then you start pulling out the accents that you want. If it's on the heel, you might find all three coming up, and that's okay. Then we're just gonna move it so that or, and it's not to say that, right? It's not to say that the opposite heel, the in-between heel, doesn't land. It's not little fake heel drop. It's not that either. It's there, it's just quieter. So, here we go. 2 bars of paddle and roll, 1 bar of extra heels. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's enough working that out for now. Let's finish off the run, and then we'll get back to putting it all together and seeing where all these accents are. So, what is this last little bit? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. All right, so if you're super slick, you can see how much you picked up from there, and then that might be familiar as we go through. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now just mechanics. 1 E and a 2 E and a. Just that much from the brush, because that's your 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a. 1 and a 2 and a. 1 and a 2 and a. 1 and a 2 and a. Cool. So that's the right side kind of doing what it's going to do. Left side comes in. 3 E and a 4 E. So 3 E and a 4 E, just that much. 3 E and a 4 E. Paddle opposite heel on the flat. Yeah. So put those together from the 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We gotta finish it off. Big brush. So 4 E and no. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 4 E and a 1. E and it's a E and a. Gotta remember where it is. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let's do it together. 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, and 2, 3. Last one. We say 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And that's the 1. That's a 1. That's the start. That's the beginning of whatever the next side is going to be. So let's go back. Let's go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah. Here we go. That heel first. Extra heel variation. 1 bar into the funny business, which lasts 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. We say 1, 2, back to the top. 1, right? Single paddle and roll, normal paddle and roll, 2 bars. Setup, it's like, hey, and we're gonna extra heel variation, and it's gonna fly, and as it comes down, we have some funny business. Wind catches the ball or something, and it gets pushed into a home run. 1, 2, 3, and top. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Funny. 2, 3, 4. 1. We're gonna run this just a couple times because as the accents come in, you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 notes in between. Then you have 1 note in between. Then you have 2 notes in between every accent. 1 E and A, 3 16th notes in between every heel. Then you have 1 E and, that's the 1 note in between. That's like 1 and 3, 3 and 1. 1 note in between it, then 3, then 1 note, then 3, then 1 note, then 3, and then 1 E 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So each one is going to feel a little different as we go through. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We say boom, bing, bam, boom, bing, extra heel. Oh, 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 funny. Oh, hey, oh, ah. The funny one is like, oh, E, oh, E, oh. It's like catching the itch. Again, 1, 2, 3, and and the trick, particularly in the funny business, is to maintain where the count is, where the pulse is, and not get drawn into where the accents are. Because that can happen. We can say, it's almost like that turns into a new kind of pulse. And that's good to recognize, but we don't want to be drawn in for our purposes today. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, check out some time shifting or metric modulation work. You can search for that online. Ari Honig would be a phenomenal drummer that does a lot of stuff in that space. Steve Lyman would be another one to check out. All right, here we go. 1, 2, top. We say oh, extra heel. Oh, funny. All right, you know what happens now. Take a pause. Let me stand still. You go and work out the other side, starting on that heel. So the extra heels will start on that side, and then your 1 for the funny business would be on this foot. All right, go to it. I will see you in a bit. Welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed your expedition to that other side. And let's work it out. Let's rock it once, top to bottom, just that one side, and then we'll start bouncing it side to side. So the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 8, 4, 8, 1, 4, 8. Oh, 3, and good time. Last one. That was not the ending at all. Yeah. One more time. For me. 1, 2, 3, and up. There you go. All right, there it is. Now, what happens if we want to bounce it back and forth? Let's start with other side first. We'll just go through it nice and easy. Extra heels come. Funny business. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that stomp is the start. Extra heels. Funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's your point of reference. And a 1. Stomp equals heel drop equals 1 equals start. That is overlap. All right, let's try it. Other side first, 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 8, 2, 3, 4. 8, and 8. Last one. Now, you know what we do? We increase the tempo and see how our dynamics fare, how we fare holding on to the evenness of the 16th note roll and all the things. Here we go, 4 in a row, a little brighter. Hey, oh, baby, baby. Funny. The third one, extra heels. Last one. There it is. And let's put one down on tape. Let's record one more even faster. Just so you can see how this might fare, how the short rhythm functions, the rhythm that comes up when we just kind of focus on the accents and everything else is just around it, at like bright speed. So something like somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, we say. I might have slowed down on that one. Good practice would be to have a metronome handy, turn that click on, and see if you can hold to the click even as the tempo gets faster. What you don't want is to have this pattern kind of, oh yeah, feels more comfortable. Good to know where the comfortable tempo is, but also good to just say, you know what, this is where I want it, we're gonna go. So I'm gonna give myself one more shot, really fast, somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, we say 1. little bit closer. So, again, metronome will lock you in for sure. Counting alongside, as opposed to just singing the rhythm that you want, will also help lock it in. And ultimately, playing with someone else will help you lock it in, because you'll be locking in with another person that has an idea of what the rhythm should sound like, where it should sound like what, when, and then you get to line up with each other. It's even more fun if there's a complementary thing happening, like somebody playing the melody of a song while this thing is going on, and you're trying to line up in certain spots. So all things that you can work on. For now, that's all we got. Thanks for hanging out in this episode of The Breakdown. I'm Andrew Nimmer. I hope you found something to sink your teeth into, even if it's not the whole step, just a little bit is still worth the while. Until next time, tell the people you love how you feel.